And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is part 2 of the Mango Dashboard tutorial series. Now, in part 1, I essentially walk you through this beautiful dashboard, as well as all the filters that we have presented for you on this dashboard. Right? In addition to that, I walk you through each column on the dashboard and how you can bring all of this information together to mold it to your trading style. Now, if you're still lost on this, I suggest going back to the previous video, which is part 1 of the tutorial series, and giving that a watch. I'll be linking that above as well as in the end screen of this video. Now, for part 2 of this tutorial series, we'll be going over the next major feature on this dashboard, which is Mango's very own charting tool, also known as the Mango View. Now, the Mango View, guys, is mostly a free feature on this dashboard, and it can be toggled on as soon as you sign up for a free account on this Mango dashboard. Okay, the Mango View option, guys, you'll find on your left-hand side menu bar on this as the second option there. You'll see Mango View, just go ahead and click on that. And as soon as you click on that, you'll be presented with this beautiful charting tool. Okay, now the way we're going to be breaking this down is I'll be going over the various features that we have on the Mango View, and then later I'll be playing back one of the first Bitcoin analysis we conducted just using the Mango View. That way you guys get some direct insight on how we use the Mango View to come up with some good trade setups as well as some good trade hypotheses. Alrighty, so with that, let's jump right in. So right off the bat, guys, I want you to first notice the indices that we have listed on top right here. Okay, we got the US dollar index, we got Bitcoin dominance, US 10-year yields, US 30-year yields, and one of the brand new features that we literally just included is the fear and greed index. Okay, now we usually have these indices listed to give us a good set of understanding, a good holistic understanding on the macro landscape of things. Now the US 10-year yields, US 30-year, as well as Dixie gives us a good idea of the money flow in these markets. Okay, which will also give us an added edge when it comes to trading crypto, Bitcoin, as well as the altcoins. As far as Bitcoin dominance is concerned, now that is very particular to the crypto market. And what does the Bitcoin dominance really tell us? Right, it tells us between Bitcoin and all the altcoins, which is the stronger asset to be in at any given point in time. If Bitcoin dominance is ticking up, it means Bitcoin has the edge here. If Bitcoin dominance is ticking down, it means the altcoins have the edge here. Now, as far as the fear and greed index is concerned, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? That is a sentiment indicator. How is the market feeling right now? Is it fear? Is it neutral? Or hell, is it greed? Right now, guys, it's sitting at fear. Now, I want to start off with one of the main value propositions of the Mango dashboard, and that is this. If you are someone who has a free TradingView account, there is a good chance that you do not have access to many of the higher timeframes that we like using here to dissect the bigger picture for Bitcoin as well as the other altcoins. And those macro timeframes consist of the weekly timeframe, the 4-day timeframe, the 2-day timeframe, as well as the daily. Now, if you're on a free account, there's a good chance that you have access to the daily as well as the weekly. However, the 4-day and the 2-day you do not have access to. However, on the Mango View, you will have access to all of these timeframes for free. Okay, so there's a lot of times where we'll be conducting analysis and we usually pull up the 4-day time frame and the 2-day time frame. However, there's a good chance that you likely do not have access to that. But now you will using the Mango View. Okay, so that is the first value proposition that I want to bring to your attention. Now, as far as the listings are concerned, you'll have access to Bitcoin and a bunch of other listings as well. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, FBDC, Cardano, BNB, Polkadot, and the list goes on. We do intend on adding more as soon as we get popular votes coming in. Now for the next part, let's go over the various tools that we have given to us on this beautiful Mango View charting tool. Now the first thing over here is the refresh option, which I'll be going over in a bit. The second option on this toolbar here is download plot as a PNG. So for instance, you want to save a screenshot of a chart that you're looking at. You're able to do that with just one click. Okay, as soon as you click that button, it's going to open up a save as window for you where you're going to be able to save it on your device. Now the third option here is a zoom in option. Right, if I just go ahead and click on zoom in and I say I want to zoom into this small piece of price action right here, I'll be able to do that just with that. Okay, that's the zoom in option. Now say I want to reset my chart once again. I want to go back to the status quo. I can go ahead and hit the refresh option. Okay, and with that, it's going to take me back to the same refreshed chart. Now, the next option over here is draw a line. You're able to draw horizontal lines on this as well as vertical lines on this chart. Okay, now once again, I want to refresh my chart. I can just go ahead and click on the refresh button, and it's going to give me a nice clean chart without the horizontals. Alrighty. The next option, I got draw open freeform. And with that, I can basically click on that and, you know, draw in numbers if I'd like, or an arrow right here like that. And that's basically going to help you draw in freeform. I think that's also pretty self-explanatory. Right, the next option on this list is draw a rectangle. Now, for instance, I want to highlight a zone. Okay, I'm just going to click on draw a rectangle, and I want to highlight a zone, say from here all the way to, say, this region of support. That's going to help me draw in a nice zone of price action if I want to do that. And then from there, if you guys want to save this image, you can just go ahead and download plot as a PNG, and that will allow you to save it on your device. Okay, however, if I want to get rid of all of these drawings in one jiffy, I can just go ahead and, well, click the refresh button right there. Okay, but however, for instance, say I have all of these lines on my chart right now. I got this arrow here, I got this arrow here. I also have a box highlighting this zone. However, I only want to get rid of the arrows and not the entire drawing. I can just go ahead, and there's the next option, which is erase active shape. All I have to do is I have to click on the drawing I want to get rid of. Say in this instance, it's the arrow. Click on the arrow and then just click on erase active shape, and that will get rid of just the arrow. Okay, once again, say I want to get rid of this nasty arrow right here. I just click on that, and then I click on erase active shape. Alrighty. The next option on this list is a zoom in option, and what this does is that as soon as you click on this, it's just going to zoom into the chart pretty dynamically. But that can also be done with your cursor if you'd like. Okay, I can just zoom in and zoom out with my cursor. Similarly, the zoom out option, once again, if I just click on zoom out, it'll zoom out dynamically based on where my chart is at. Okay, and there it is. The next option on this list is the auto scale option. Now that is essentially going to say, for instance, I just go ahead and zoom into this piece of price action right here. If I click on the refresh button won't just zoom out for me, but it's also going to erase my shape. But say I don't want to erase my shape. I just want to zoom out, right? I just want to refresh my chart without erasing the shapes and the drawings on my chart. All I got to click on is the auto scale option. And that's what it does for me. Alright, so these are the cool, nifty tools that we have on the Mango View, and of course, as time goes on, we will be buffing up the Mango View as well. As far as the various indicators that we have on the Mango View, we have candles, which you can toggle on and off. If you just want a nice clean slate, you can just toggle the candles off, or you can bring them back on with just one click. We also have the Ichimoku cloud, right? We can, the way we've done this is that we've separated the Ichimoku cloud into the Tenkin and the Kijun as one feature, and the cloud as a second feature, guys. Once again, this is all free. Okay, you can just toggle on the Tenkin Kijun if you'd like that, or you want to toggle on just the cloud, you can do just that, or you want to toggle on both, just toggle on the cloud as well as the Ichimoku, and voila. Okay, now these are all Mango settings, so every time we use the cloud on our charts, you'll find the same settings here on the Mango View as well. Okay, you want to toggle them off, just one click. It's a one-click everything right here. One-click magic. Now, the second part of the indicator list are the simple moving averages. We have the 10th simple moving average here, as well as the 200th simple moving average. And once again, this too is a one-click wonder. So you just click it once, and then you get the 10 SMA as well as the 200 simple moving average on your chart. Okay, if you want to get rid of it, just click it once again, and it turns it off. Okay, the third set of features we have is the EMA. So we have the 21 EMA as well as the 55 EMA. With one click, they both come on. Okay, and there you go, the 21 EMA as well as the 55 EMA. And with one click, they both go off if you want to get rid of them. Now, the other cool nifty feature that we have on the Mango View are the swing highs and swing lows. Okay, now this is really cool, and I've been using them quite aggressively recently to keep my biases in check. If I just go ahead and click it, right, it marks out all the swing highs and all the swing lows for me on any particular chart that I'm on. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this box right here. Right, now for the next set of features, now this is where things get extremely exciting. Now the next set of features are only for premium dashboard users. Okay, and they're very powerful, so it makes sense. Now the next set of features, guys, is automatic support and resistance features. We have daily SNR regions, and by the way, guys, these support and resistance regions can be toggled on any time frame that you're looking at. Okay, so if you want to toggle on the daily support and resistance regions on the weekly time frame, you're able to do that right here. Okay, if you want to turn it off, just one click and it's off. If you want to toggle on the 4-day SNR regions on the weekly time frame, you're able to do that right here as well. Okay, if you want to toggle it off, once again, one click. If you want to, of course, toggle on the weekly SNR regions, you're able to do that as well. Okay, and once again, this is not, this doesn't work for just specific time frames. This works on all time frames. So for instance, if I get on over to Bitcoin's daily chart right here, and say on Bitcoin's daily chart, I want to toggle on the weekly SNR regions, I'm able to do that with just one click. Okay, so we've made things very easy. We like using multi-time frame analysis here at Mango, and that's why we have done it in such a way where you're able to use SNR regions dynamically on various time frames. So now with all the tools broken down to you, as well as the different indicators broken down to you, let's get on over to one of the first Bitcoin analysis we conducted using the Mango view. That way you get a better understanding of how we use it to come up with good trade hypotheses as well as good setups. Alright, so sit back and watch the playback. This, Sean, is the all-new Mango View, and what's so cool about Mango View is that it's just that, it's Mango. It captures the essence of trading the Mango way. We've kept everything very simple. All the tools that you see here on this Mango View is everything we use on a daily basis. What we're going to do right here is we're going to dissect the weekly chart, that weekly candle close on the Mango View today. So what we were looking for essentially, okay, here at Mango, now you guys probably know this, we were looking for Bitcoin to close over the 21 EMA once again. So real question is, did we? Did we? And for that, we're just gonna toggle on our 21 EMA.
With a single Mango click.
Boom. Alrighty, and so here we have the 21 EMA, which is the yellow line, as well as the 55 EMA, which is the green line that you see right there. Okay, I'm going to zoom into this price action.
So essentially, guys, what you're seeing over here on the right-hand side is a single click for your important EMAs, a single click for your SMAs, as well as the Ichimoku and Cloud. And we have a few other cool things as well, which we will showcase you throughout this video. So yeah, Krisha, go on.
Right. So essentially what we saw last week was, yes, you know what, Bitcoin did take out the 21 EMA. We closed slightly over that. In fact, if you hover over that candle, yes, hover, you can see the candle close, which came in at 39.8K.
Oh man, that's going to be so useful. I hated having to look towards the left-hand corner of TradingView just to be able to squint my eyes and be like, Krisha, what was the close? What was the open? Well, no more of that, right? We can simply hover our cursor over the candle and we can see all of it. The open, the high, the low, and the close.
That was a serious pain point for Sean. All I could see, I mean, you can't see him, right? But when he's sitting next to me, he just like be squinting into the screen trying to look at that close. It was funny. But now it's in your face, Sean, so no worries.
Also, Krisha, we get to see, like, we can also hover our cursor over the EMA,
yes,
right? And we can see that, hey, on the week of July 19th, the EMA was sitting around 39,300, right? This week, well, hover a candle over the EMA again, we can see that this week it's sitting at 40,100-ish. So we know now that the 21 EMA has crossed and broken
the 40K
right?
region.
The 40, and that's important,
yeah,
right? Now, that was so annoying to see on TradingView. Yes, it could be done. You could look at your data window or just, look at the...
So TradingView, of course, I mean, if you want to get into the granularities of a price action, you can, pan on over to TradingView by all means. If you want to keep it like super Mango and you just want to see those higher time frames, I think, the dashboard can be a very good substitute in that regard.
Let's put it this way, Krisha. The dashboard was designed for our pain points.
Yes.
For Sean's pain points, for Krisha's pain points, and a lot of the Mango members' pain points as well.
Yeah.
So this keeps it Mango, right? I want to be able to turn on my 21 EMA and 55 EMA, one click. I want to turn it off with one click. I want to turn on my Ichimoku with one click, right? Tenkin, Kijun, 21 EMA, 55, all on now. I want to turn it off all with one click, right? So a lot of other cool things that we're going to show you, but this is essentially targeting. This was built for the Mango community, by the Mango community, and targets our pain points. So loving it.
Yesterday, Sean, we actually brought up a measured move for them, right? We brought up a pattern play, which was a cup and handle pattern play, where in the measured move pointed Bitcoin all the way up to $57,000. Now, to bring that pattern play into focus, Sean, let's get on over to the 4-day time frame. What say you?
Let's do it.
Let's do
the
it.
Mango time frame.
Yes, and yes, you can actually get on over to all of these time frames.
All the Mango time frames, especially the 4-day and the weekly time frame.
Yeah. Sweet. So here we are, Bitcoin USD on the 4-day time frames. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and draw out that beautiful pattern play that I'd spotted for you guys just yesterday. Okay. And this was it right here. This was the cup, and this right here was the handle.
Oh, we can draw too like that.
Exactly, right? And now let's go ahead and plot in that beautiful, beautiful neckline. Okay, and that's where it comes in at. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the measured move of that. And let's take it from here, this wick, all the way here. Now, remember, what was that point that we got, Sean? I believe it was at $57,000,
somewhere around
right?
there.
Okay, let's go ahead and now plot it on the break. Are you ready? Are you ready? And boom! Alrighty. But now what's really cool about this measured move is that now when we get back on over to the weekly time frame, so let's go ahead and do that. And here we are. And I'm going to go ahead and knock off my 21 and 55 EMA. All right? Remember, just one click on that. Perfect. And now we're going to be bringing up our horizontals.
Wait a minute, Krisha. Wait a minute. These aren't your horizontals. These horizontals have been drawn automatically by the dashboard.
Yes. Yes.
And we're seeing confluence with it. So you're telling me people did not even have to draw out your pattern to know that, hey, we have a target of around 57,000, 60,000, essentially these candle highs. Because essentially, Krisha, if I go ahead over here and delete your lines, right, you can see that without even Krisha's drawings, you could have simply traded these support and resistance lines.
Yeah.
And there was a massive, massive trade opportunity.
Yeah, it pretty much drew it in for you guys. So this has been freaking spectacular so far. We've been testing it out.
So Krisha, if I understand this correctly, almost all of these features are available for free for all of the users, right? Premium as well as the free users on the dashboard.
Right, except for the SNR is, I believe that's a premium feature.
Okay, so the support and resistance features are available only to the premium users.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So, okay, cool.
So, I mean, it's super, super neat. I mean, there's a lot of information that you can extrapolate even from the rest of the indicators on here.
Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the weekly support and resistance lines that you had put up over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the cloud, okay? Not the Ichimoku, okay? Just the cloud. And that's something I really, really like, just being able to turn on the cloud without the Tenkin and the Kijun. If I want the Tenkin and Kijun, I can go ahead and turn it on, okay? But at the moment, I'm not interested in that, okay? Now remember, guys, I'm in a trend trade on Bitcoin at the moment, so I'm more concerned about resistance levels that we have flipped into support levels. Okay, so I'm looking for either buys on the next high or low, or I'm looking for the next resistance level that Bitcoin is likely to break through, because as a trend trader, you're looking for resistance to turn into support. You're looking for resistance to break. Okay, so I'm not looking to take profits at any levels, which is why I'm not interested in the 10K over here as much overhead at the moment. Okay, but it's fine to be if you guys are interested in that. What I'm interested in is this cloud level over here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is essentially I'm going to be looking at the flat of the cloud structure over here. And I'm going to be using it as a way to draw in a support and resistance level. Okay, so I'm just going to stretch it out all the way to the end of the screen over here. And again, kept it very simple. Use the top of the cloud as a guide to mark out a support level that was initially that, as you guys can see, a resistance level, right? So
right.
top of the cloud, you guys can see that we tested once, tested twice over here too, and then we tested the third time. But what was really, really important over here was when we tested the third time over here, Krisha, we took out some important highs, and that turned the picture around completely. And how do we know we took out some certain highs, some key highs? Well, let's go ahead and turn on our swing lows and our swing highs with one single click on the right hand side of the dashboard right over here, right? So this lower high over here, we took it out. Okay, in fact, Risha, you can see the importance of this lower high, because if you go on over to this high marked over here on the run up, you can just simply hover your cursor over the candle and you can see the high was sitting around $41,900, right? Now, this high over here was lower than this high, which was really, really important, coming in around, the high was $41,300. Then, this high was not only higher than the previous lower high, Krisha, okay? Remember, this high was sitting at around 41,300. This high is sitting at around 42,600, which was not only higher than this high over here, but was actually higher than this high as well. That was price action telling you that, hey, yes, we got rejected this time around, but taking out those two important highs over here that you can see very cleanly marked out on the dashboard, right? Hey, there's an increased likelihood that on the next candle, we are likely going to break through that resistance. We're going to see continuation. That's what it was telling you. Taking out those two highs over there, it was telling you that there's an increased likelihood. Remember, guys, never certainty. Increased likelihood that we break through and see continuation. Yes, we dipped underneath, but we closed above. So now, Kusha, I'm looking at confluence. Okay, I have my horizontal marked out over here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my 21 EMA. Okay, so I'm looking at this entire juncture over here. Okay, this 21 EMA, this horizontal that I marked out using the cloud. Okay, as a trend trader, what I'm concerned about is, hey, we have now flipped a resistance level into support. Now, if we do come down back over there, I'll be looking to be a buyer to build my position. Well, let's go ahead and look for more confluence. We're looking at the weekly time frame over here, Krisha.
Right.
We've looked at our lower highs. We've looked at our high highs. We've seen that these levels over here have a lot of confluence. Now, what I want to do is I want to not only look at my support and resistance levels, but I want to look at my support and resistance levels drawn based off the 4-day time frame. Because remember, we're on the weekly time frame.
Right.
With one click over here, I can draw in, or rather I can get the dashboard to draw for me support and resistance levels based off the 4-day candles. I'm going to click that. That actually has massive confluence over there. The 21 EMA, the horizontal from the cloud, as well as underneath over there. So we have a juncture, we have a zone over here essentially drawn out, right? I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you guys can see that. I'll turn off the 21 EMA temporarily. These white lines over here, guys, is drawn in by the algorithm behind the dashboard based off the 4-day time frame, right? If I zoom out over here, you guys can see that we do have, Krisha, is this, yeah, this is coming in around 52,000, which is very close to that midpoint that you were talking about in yesterday's video,
the
right?
Breakdown point, yeah.
Wow. So, okay, so we have that coming in on the 4-day time frame too as a potential resistance level that me as a trend trader, I'll be looking for that to flip into support, and that'll be another buyer opportunity for me. Okay, for Krisha on the other hand, who's range trading it, she'll likely be looking to take profits on that level, right?
Yes.
At least partial profits. So again, different trading styles, different personalities, different strategies, right? But again, you can see how you can use the dashboard. Very mango. Okay, very mango. Keep it high level for your easy decision making. So again, Krisha, what I can do now is turn off the 4-day SNR, and if I turn on the weekly support and resistance levels, you guys can see that they are different levels. The weekly is not marking out that breakdown point, okay? But the 4-day is. Now, if you keep them both on, you can use them in confluence, Krisha, to mark out entire zones, right? So you can see underneath, we had a lot of resistance based off the 4-day and the weekly that we cleared. That's how bullish this weekly candle was. Let's go ahead actually and delete the line I have, the line that I drew on, okay? We're going to go ahead and just use the delete button right over here, and we're going to use only the dashboard pre-drawn automatic horizontals as well as the EMA. And you can see there's so much that we took out over there, Krisha. The dashboard's doing pretty much all the work for you guys. Use it to practice. You need to understand the importance of why an HL is important, right? Why an HH is important. Once you guys understand that importance, right, you'll be able to trade it with a lot more conviction.
And there you guys have it, our first analysis using the Mango view. Now, Sean essentially broke down how he used the automatic support and resistance regions, as well as the swing highs and swing lows, as well as the EMAs, to come up with a high conviction trade setup. Now, I hope that this helped give you guys some additional insight on how we use the Mango view to come up with our trade setups. However, if you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section, and we'll be more than happy to clarify any doubts that you might have. Now, for the next few videos in this tutorial series, we will essentially be talking about various strategies that we've discussed in the past using the Mango dashboard as well as the Mango view, and I'll be presenting them to you in excerpts. Okay, so stay tuned for that as well, and as soon as we have more features coming out on the Mango dashboard, I will be presenting them to you with various tutorial videos as well. I'll just be adding it to this list. Okay, now I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to hit those likes, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe as well as the bell icon. That way you are notified every time we're out. And with this, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.